The Pyramid in Memphis, Tennessee, where tonight the Grizzlies are home to the Philadelphia 76ers. And our NBA Wednesday on ESPN. The Grizzlies looking for their first win of the season. It's been a hound dog of a year so far for the Grizzlies. The fans are all shook up. So are Walton and I. Jerry West brought in Hubie Brown, says we're going to do it my way.
And it's time to rock, and Hubie has certainly rocked things. Now, they haven't got the victory yet, but they're playing so much better. If they could only get that one key defensive stop and rebound, they would be a lot better off. That has been a major problem for the Grizzlies.
Last night they lost in overtime to Minnesota, but they played so much better. These two guys got together 28 years ago for the first time when they were both coaching in the ABA. Here they are tonight, Larry Brown and Hubie Brown. Old friends and set to have at it tonight. And here's the Bud Light starting lineups. For the 76ers, McKee, McCulloch, and Van Horn up front against the Grizzlies. Gooden, who's maybe on his way to Rookie of the Year, Stromile, Swift, and Pau Gasol. In the backcourt, Allen Iverson and Eric Snow. And for the Grizzlies, Jason Williams and Gordon Yarosek. We're almost set for action from Memphis.
Larry Brown telling us the key matchups, trying to slow down Gasol and Gooden. And you've got Aaron McKee playing the small forward because of the injury to Monty Williams has kept him out all season. Very difficult matchup at the small forward position.
Here's Gasol down low over Van Horn. Rebound comes off to Allen Iverson. Iverson coming off a 38-point night, his season high last night in a loss to New Orleans. McCulloch underneath. Shot was blocked by Swift.
Todd McCulloch doesn't play that many minutes, starts, often gets in early foul trouble. A quick, explosive move to the hoop. Did I just say that about Todd McCulloch?
quick
explosive move?
I didn't know they could go hand in hand. Larry Brown told you before the game he gets in foul trouble in warm-ups talking about McCulloch. I like that.
Give me that bobblehead back. Baseline out of bounds. Zone defense. Most teams employing that now and taking advantage of the new rules.
Grizzlies using a lot of zone in the normal flow of things as well. 6 on the shot clock. McCulloch. Here's Van Horn. He's going to have to work it for the shot underneath. Shot was blocked by Gasol. Here's Williams on the other end, letting fly with a 3. And Powell went up, lost it off his foot. Hubie Brown 0-3 since taking over the reins. His last win as an end.
Donnie Walsh, David Kahn have done a remarkable job of rebuilding on the fly. It wasn't that long ago they were in the NBA Finals. They have a totally new team. Reggie hasn't even played this year. And they're one of the best teams, and everybody's just raving about their talent. Ron Artest, magical. You've got Brad Miller playing all-star level basketball in the middle. I didn't think that trade was going to work when they gave up on Jalen Rose and Travis Best, but in your face, Walt.
5-point lead here for the Sixers. Iverson the lead underneath for McCulloch. He missed in close, and Swift will clear it off.
If you're going to play zone defense, you can't give up that kind of penetration.
And Gasol did catch that one, kept it alive anyway, and got a 3 from Person off the bench.
To hear Jerry West and Wesley Person rave about, excuse me, to hear Jerry West and Hubie Brown rave about Wesley Person, the veteran, the guy who knows how to play, where to go, how to space the floor. What a pickup in the offseason.
Hubie was saying today, some of these guys, I tell them, and they have a blank look on their face. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. Iverson on the miss. Person clears it ahead to Williams. Chance to tie or lead if that goes. 3 just off the mark, and Derek Coleman with a rebound.
I think Jason Williams should try to penetrate more. Don't settle for just coming up and making simple passes. Don't take the flair out of your game. Be who you are.
Person on Iverson.
Nice defense.
Trying to dish it inside to Van Horn, off his hands and out of bounds.
Defense. Stromile, Swift sending it all back. The slow delivery. Come on, you got to wake up and pick up the speed, Todd McCulloch. You can't just lay it up there. Guys can jump in this league. Allen Iverson thinks he's wide open, but the range, the athleticism, the hops of Stromile Swift.
4 rebounds to go with those 4 block shots.
I would say that Strohmeyer is the greatest shot blocker in the history of Louisiana, but that just wouldn't be true.
I think there's another guy. He finished second to the guy you're talking about in his career at LSU. He did finish second to Shaq in block shots in LSU.
Well, I'm talking about guys who are from LSU. I mean, from Louisiana. Isn't Strohmeyer from Louisiana?
I was thinking that we were talking about playing at LSU, and then that
I'm talking about Bill Russell, Elvin Hayes, Robert Parrish, the UCLA magician. In the ball game.
Right back and in. Good move.
Just took it right to Brian Skinner, who's playing very, very well for Larry Brown. Nothing but zone defense for Hubie Brown.
First tie of the ball game with 2 minutes left in the quarter. Iverson almost took it over Battier and threw it away. Person trying to get it inside. Did the second time. Batiste and the Grizzlies lead.
Wesley Person is playing at a different pace than almost everybody else in this game. And Mike Batiste, just his 7th game now after a slow start. Didn't get much looks under Sidney Lowe. Hubie Brown has found out what a real player he is. Mike Batiste out of Arizona State.
In the paint, Skinner. And Watson may have gotten a piece of it. Swift got another one. He's got 6 block shots. We might have another guy with a triple-double tonight if he keeps playing this way.
If Strohmeyer Swift played against Todd McCulloch every game, he'd lead the NBA in block shots.
He's doing a heck of a job here in the first half.
Todd McCulloch has got to deliver the ball faster or give him a pump fake and roll back the other way. He's too good a player to get rejected and packed like that time and time again.
Here he is offensively. Trying a second chance. Didn't get either. And a foul before Gooden could go back up.
A lot of wild plays for Memphis. They have to learn to not mistake activity for achievement. Hubie Brown is up off the bench right in Tony Brothers' face. Asking, begging, pleading for some consistency. What is going on here right now? It's all Philadelphia. And all Hubie Brown can do is look at the referees and saying, what about a little bit of fairness? Allen Iverson, though, has just been magnificent in every aspect. Shooting, passing. Throw it down, big man. Throw it down. Extended to a 9-point lead. Movement without the ball. Always a trademark of Larry Brown teams. The quick trigger. Deadly from behind the arc. Penetration down the lane. Been non-existent defense on the guards for Memphis. Playing the defense. Look how he stays low and forces Wesley Person behind the backboard. And Allen Iverson was at Georgetown the 2 years he was there. 2-time Defensive Player of the Year in the Big East tournament. This guy's got the complete package.
Speaking of Kansas in the preseason NIT, Drew Gooden talked to him today about his old teammates. He watched last night as they won in round 1. He the Player of the Year in the Big 12. Missed the second shot. Led Kansas to the Final Four last year. He's going to be a good one.
We've talked about Jason Williams and the adjustments that he's made since Hubie came on board. Larry Brown was saying Allen Iverson has been that way, right on the same page all season long. The problems that Allen Iverson has had, that Jason Williams has had. And I had a chance to ask Hubie this afternoon about Jason Williams.
He's like you. He asks 100 questions a day, okay? And you know what? Not one is not a critical basketball question about what you're doing. He has an excellent basketball mind, and he's working hard to keep it all together with all of these guys going to the wrong places and that, and then he having to solve the problem to get us into something good. Because it's not exhibition, the games are real. Very happy. Jason, terrific at both ends of the floor.
It's very interesting to hear Hubie and Jerry West rave about the basketball intelligence of Jason Williams and how he just always seems to know what to do, the inquisitive mind, the historical appreciation that he has for the game.
While he sits on the bench. Here a check, missed outside. Swift inside. Gasol battled for that rebound.
Jamal Swift's got a lot of work ahead of him. He's got the physical package, but wow.
Garicek's having a terrible night from the floor. Iverson on the run. Oh, and he took one in the shoulder on the way through the lane.
Jerry West looking on. He has to sit so far away. The tension, the pressure. Jerry lived in a hotel for 3 months before finally moving into a beautiful home here.
What did he say? He had 7 acres in his new place? Something like that. Iverson's had a big quarter.
The beautiful thing
11 points.
About Jerry West, excuse me, I'm the one that keeps jumping in on you, is that there's not going to be any more mistakes with this franchise. There's not going to be more trading of Steve Francis. There's not going to be more trading away Mike Bibby or Sharif Abdur-Rahim. There's not going to be giving away the #1 draft choice for a 35-year-old Otis Thorpe. Iverson gets to the line. You look at the NBA guys who dominate at the free throw line. Shaq, Stackhouse, Iverson, every game, 10 free throws. Memphis, unfortunately, has missed their last 8 shots. They've fallen behind by 13.
Biggest lead of the night. Backdoor cut by Gasol, and he's fouled by McCulloch on the baseline.
Pau Gasol has got to read Wilt Chamberlain's book from the 70s. Wilt, just like any other 7-foot black millionaire that lives next door. And Wilt was that person. But after Wilt's first year in the NBA, where he averaged 37 points and 27 boards per game for the entire season, he said, I'm tired of getting pushed around. I'm going to the weight room.
McCulloch, all 280 of him, has had a pretty good first half. He's got 11 points.
Philadelphia's defense has been superior. They have cut down all penetrating angles. That's a very difficult shot for a guy who's having a horrendous night. You wouldn't take that shot if you were in the zone.
He's 1 of 9 right now.
He's playing that well, huh? Nice tip, Eric Snow.
Iverson, that one was tipped also en route. Gooden clears it ahead to Watson.
Look at Iverson hustle back on defense.
Here's there's a good look to Swift.
Finally, something that Hubie Brown can cheer about.
8-inch vertical, crazy hops. Played for Denver from 75 to 82. And then, remember the date? December 13th, 1983. Current GM Kiki Vandeweghe going baseline with the Badooka dunk. Kiki had 51 points. Highest scoring NBA game ever. Detroit beat him in triple overtime, 186 to 184. That was the pain. That was the pleasure. The pain, ooh, it hurts. Nuggets are trying to avoid becoming the first team in the shot clock era to ever score less than 80 points in 5 straight games.
Outplay.
Floor cam needed to be cleaned up because of all the guys throwing it down here. So many bricks were thrown up by the Memphis Grizzlies, who only shot 34%. They were kept into the game by the 12 block shots. Incredible. Stromile Swift leading the way there. The rebounds are washed. The backcourt points, a major, major plus for Philadelphia, as Jason Williams was scoreless. Yikes.
Hubie Brown knows that it's a long, arduous process with this young team to build chemistry.
We got to get chemistry. Chemistry takes time. We have to learn how to defend, because in this league you can't win if you can't defend. Rebound first, and then a style. And that will take, as you know, at least a year, maybe a year and a half to get a style that everybody knows.
What do you think, Bill? Do they have a style yet in this first half tonight?
I thought I was in church this morning when we heard Hubie preaching. It was phenomenal. Their style has not been good. They have stumbled along the way. They have not had the productivity out of their scorers. They have been passive at the point. And they've lost 11 in a row. A lot of work to be done here in Memphis.
And as you said, as you saw, as a franchise, to have 10-game losing streaks or more on 8 different occasions. They've gone through this before.
That is not a good stat. What's really amazing is the loyalty of the fans here.
We do have a good crowd at the Pyramid tonight. Here's Gasol outside. Buried it. He's got 10.
The problem is that if they don't win a game pretty soon, that the streak is going to get so oppressive and the other teams are going to start coming in more fired up, knowing that they don't want to be the team that loses to the Memphis Grizzlies.
Let's check in with David.
You know, guys, you talked a little bit about the Grizzlies salary cap situation. $62 million this year, $65 million next season.
Yikes.
But then they go down to $34 million because Big Country Reeves finally will come off. He's going to make $14 million next year.
That's how he's building that ranch out in Oklahoma.
That's one of the major reasons why Jerry West went with Hubie Brown, because he knows he's not going to be able to add many players the next couple of years. As you mentioned, Bill, their first-round pick all but certain to go to Detroit. These are the guys that are going to be around for the next couple of years. He did not want to wait anymore. He had to jumpstart their education process, and that's one of the main reasons he went with Hubie Brown. One thing to keep in mind, Kobe Bryant can opt out of his contract in 2004, which is just when the Grizzlies go to $34 million on the cap, guys.
So Kobe to Memphis. Is that the story, David?
Anything's possible, Bill.
Well, when Jerry West came here, now anything is possible. But Big Country, $14 million. What a great country. Wilt Chamberlain is spinning in his grave.
No doubt. Giricek around Iverson, who took one in the chops.
He's hurt. That did not feel or sound good.
Giricek missed outside. Van Horn snaps down the rebound.
Sad to see that Giricek's having such a terrible night.
He really is struggling. Is that another block shot?
Why not?
I think they'll give it to him. That's 8. He already has the franchise record of 7, which he had in the first half. 8 block shots. Stromile Swift. See how he does offensively. Missed one.
Come on, throw it down, Stromile. Iverson is really working that jaw. He got chopped by Giricek.
Yeah, Giricek's shoulder got him. Now he tries to strip it away from behind, and it works. And here's the outlet if he can run down the pass.
Now, now that should have been called a foul. Iverson was grabbed at half court by Jason Williams, but Allen Iverson has been getting beat up all night here. When you're a great player, you're going to get knocked down time and time again. The durability of this guy has just been remarkable, getting banged on the
season, and he's trying to shake it off.
How tough is Allen Iverson? Nice passing McKee. They're playing 4 against 5.
Yeah, he's backing away. This is like power play here. Power play's going to go Memphis way, and let's see if Larry Brown's going to take him out or leave him in. The person has 3 threes in this game. Allen Iverson has only 1, and he hadn't scored in this half. And this was moments ago. Remember that thumb right there that he sprained against the Clippers a couple of weeks ago, and Williams trying to get a hand on the ball just kind of raked across the right thumb, and he kind of sent the message to the bench, I'm okay, I'm staying in. And Bill said he would, and he is.
I think he was waving the offense to the other side. So just take it to the opposite side of the court. Let me shake this one off, and I'll be fine.
Gooden lost the handle. Buckner comes up with a loose ball.
But Iverson set such a standard of toughness and consistency in terms of being out on that court, much the way that Stockton and Malone do. Tease him, AI.
He's going to go to the free throw line.
That he inspires the rest of his guys to get out there and play through the nagging aches and pains that every player lives with.
Guys, Allen Iverson wouldn't even let the trainer, Lenny Courier, look at his hand during the timeout. You guys didn't really think I was going to come out. As many broken bones as he plays with over his career, so no surprise there. He's back on the floor.
That was Jason Williams' 4th foul on Iverson that sent him to the line.
Imagine what his life is going to be like physically when he's 45, 55, 60. All those hard knocks. They'll be right there. 2
free throws, and then Memphis gives it right back. The last 2 opportunities now, once in the front court, once in the back court, that the Grizzlies had the ball with only a 6-point deficit, and they threw it away. Let's see if this 3rd trip's the charm for him.
Interesting to see the controversy swirling in Philadelphia about Donovan McNabb, a football player playing with that broken leg.
What a game he had with a broken ankle. But now he's out the rest of the regular season. Showed up at the Sixers game after breaking his ankle and throwing 4 touchdown passes. That's sticking with the community. Watson got it. Maybe that's the shot they needed. Because they're back to within 4. Under 2 minutes in the third quarter.
But the controversy is who has the responsibility to pull a guy out when he's limping. The player's always going to say he can go.
You know, Andy Reid gave him a good look 3 or 4 times and thought he was a better option than Coy Detmer.
I've come out on the short end of that one myself.
Yeah.
Oh, stick a fork in it, Lorenzen, please.
Another turnover when they had a chance to cut it to 2. Iverson, long ball. Got it.
And Hubie Brown looks at Lorenzen Wright and says, where would you like me to put the ball next? It was right in your rhythm, right in your wheelhouse.
Allen Iverson's first field goal of the second half. A killer there when Memphis was making a run, and now it's the Sixers coming back the other way.
Greg Buckner made it all happen defensively. Larry Brown knows the value of a player like Greg Buckner, but with Iverson in transition, digging it out, racing up in the delayed break, everybody backs off. Memphis has not extended their defense near far enough to contend with the great Allen Iverson.
AI's got 19. Coming around, couple picks and goes long again.
Hubie has to call a timeout. No, they're calling a delay of game here.
Cutting up the floor.
This looks like your pregame preparation.
Yeah, right. And it's given us some great looks tonight, though.
That's incredible.
I love the spot that it's put in tonight.
Forget about the Leonid meteor shower. How about floor cam?
There was one of the blocks of Swift as he pinned it against the glass. One of 80's had tonight.
So we're combining floor cam and super slow-mo at the same time, and reverse action and above the rim.
Snow's a guy that's doing the other part of it.
I have just been appalled at the lack of perimeter defense. That's double dribble.
Another Memphis turnover.
Things falling apart for Memphis. Iverson willing to put his nose right in the thick of the fray. But Earl Watson, the great UCLA legend, a 4-year starter at UCLA. But Eric Snow comes right back. Too easy. Where's the shot blocking presence?
And
what
now
are they thinking?
A 9-point game again.
Your compassion.
Allen Iverson's been the guy, as he always is. Came in averaging 28 points a game. He has 26 right now, and he's done it in a variety of different ways as we take a look at his shot chart. I tell you what, the 2 threes that he hit in the third quarter, although they were only 2 baskets, they were the ones that really seemed to put the halt on the Grizzlies' push to try to get within a couple of points. And he hit 2 big ones in the third quarter, part of his 26. 20 field goal attempts and 26 points to show for it. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Grizzlies have had some long droughts. From the first to second quarter, they had a long drought without a field goal. They had another one in the second quarter, another in the third. In fact, if you add all their droughts up through 3 quarters, 13 minutes and 45 seconds worth of stretches, they went without hitting a field goal. You can't do that. Here's Iverson again. Got another one. Wow.
A player willing to take the toughest of shots, running away from the basket. Here's a guy who has led the league in shot attempts at up near around 28 shots per game for the last few years. He should hurt his thumb more often.
No doubt. Gooden trying to bring it inside. Gasol has had a tough night. It's not getting any easier.
Why would you play, if you're Pau Gasol, why would you play back to the basket against a bigger, slower player? Turn and face him. He'll have to back up. Then you just torch him. Kiss your little jumper off the glass. Pump fake that. Your crossover into your jump hook. It's a simple game.
11 points, very quiet for Gasol. A quiet 11, that's for sure. Averaging 18 to lead the team.
Jason Williams, a very quiet night. How many points does he have?
Williams only has 2.
Yikes.
He came in averaging 12. He's only taken 6 shots. Van Horn. Nice shot. 10 for Van Horn.
This is not looking good. Things have got to change quickly or it's going to be too late and too far behind. Problem is, right now, they've come back to their starting lineup with the exception of Person in place of Guracek. But none of these guys are playing particularly well at the moment.
And Swift trying to put it on the floor, has it stripped out of there.
Iverson's defense.
A reminder, Friday night at 7, the Owens Corning preseason NIT continues. Number 2, Kansas will take on North Carolina Greensboro. The Owens Corning preseason NIT. Front. Van Horn's done a nice job on Gasol. Here's Gooden inside. 17 for Gooden.
Zone defense, it was so effective last night. Philadelphia shot the ball much better than Minnesota did. And they've had better ball movement.
McKee missed. Gooden trying to get the rebound and does. Both starting 5s are out there with the exception of Person on the floor for the Grizzlies. That ball was tipped out of bounds.
Excuse me, had Gasol out in transition. But Iverson anticipated it, saw the pass, and was able to get a hand on it and stop the fast break. This guy Iverson has done everything on both ends. Playing hurt.
Playing a lot of minutes.
Had a huge game last night and comes right back out.
38 last night in a losing effort. Here's Williams. He's still trying to find it. And he goes down and grabs his ankle.
Take a foul here.
I don't know if he came down on somebody else's foot after the shot or just landed funny after launching that long jumper. And Larry Brown's the first guy out there to try to help the cause. With 4 minutes left in the ball game on a tough night for Jason Williams. Just got tougher.
You just hate to see this. This guy's trying so hard. The defender steps underneath.
Yep, he landed on Snow's foot and it just turned out big time. Leads it for Snow.
Nice. This has been an Allen Iverson virtuoso performance. This has been Elvis Presley. This has been B.B. King.
Elvis is in the building and he's wearing a headband.
Again.
Here he comes again. Didn't get that one.
I thought a slap of the board was a goaltending violation.
Watch this move on the baseline. Goodbye.
Nice lateral mobility by Pau Gasol.
Wow.
The floor cam. How many players does he blast by here?
Look at that. That's nice. I like that. That's our best look. That's our best look from floor cam. We saw Iverson in flight. We saw Gasol's shoe land right on top of it. Back at the Pyramid, the 76ers appear to have it in control, 92-80 with 2:29 left in the ballgame.
And a hearty
Watson, that's for sure. And going to have to get Brevin Knight back in a hurry if Williams is hurt to any degree.
Beautiful passing by Iverson.
Coleman rimmed out at 3. Swift with another rebound.
Did Swift ever get his triple-double?
He's got 16 boards, and he has 8 points, and I think he's got 8 blocks. Well, he's got his 10 points. Now he needs a couple block shots.
Well, if the guards keep playing defense the way they have all night,
he'll get a lot of chances, won't he? Somebody's got to help out.
Philly has exploited this zone much better than Minnesota did. They've had better ball movement. Oh, a 3-second violation. Call.
Allen Iverson has 4 threes on the night. Out of 6. Remember how badly he started the season. Went 0 for what? 0 for 12 before he hit one?
He was 1 for 17 at one stretch. He's never been a noted three-point shooter.
There's Swift's got 2 more.
Throw it down, Strohmeyer.
12 points, 16 boards, 8 blocks. Not a bad night, but some of his shot selection in the ball game earlier was not the greatest.
Left a lot to be desired.
We approach a minute, 8-point ball game.
Aaron McKee and Eric Snow have been terrific, as they always are when they're healthy.
Iverson from Beale Street.
What a pass.
Yeah, what a pass. Van Horn missed. And now Hubie's pleading for his team to come up with a ball, and they finally did.
What a touch pass by Eric Snow. Look at the transition defense by the Three Musketeers.
They need this three. Didn't get it, though. Gooden keeps it alive. And Drew knocks it down. He's got 19. And they're back to within 6, but time is running out. 40 seconds left.
They have to have a stop right here.
And Hubie trying to coach him on defense here in the final 25 seconds, pleading with him to come up with something. 4 3-pointers. As Bill said, he led the league back-to-back years and 3 of the last 4 in scoring. So he adds to his 38 he had last night.
There's the assistant coaches. Lionel Hollins on our right.
Tony Baroni, and you mentioned Hubie's son.
Brendan telling his dad, Hubie, we're going to win someday.
It's not going to be tonight, apparently. Going to drop to 0-12. This isn't the longest streak yet to start a season. That is 17 games, as Gooden has had a 21-point night.
They've got a foul. Well, they've got a foul. Why did they wait so long? What are they thinking?
And the Grizzlies are still looking for that elusive first victory. Hubie Brown heads to the locker room. 0-4 in his coaching reign. Larry Brown 8-4 on the season with the win tonight. It was Allen Iverson night again. After 38 last night, he goes for 33 tonight. Final score 95-88.
As my man Kenny Mayne would say, they're tall. Yao Ming finally looking up to somebody. 7'6" Bradley. Yao Ming 7'5". Yao size 18 shoe, one larger than Bradley. Both wingspans of at least 90 inches. Both 8 dunks this year. Yao leads the NBA shooting 68%. Bradley second, 61.5. It is a bananas world we live in. For the first time in 6 seasons, an NBA team is on the verge of going 12-0. A team known for its offensive might and a defense that's been pretty offensive in the past, but now holding opponents to 87 points per game. And all we want to holler out about is about 2 guys who are combined 179 inches and 566 pounds. 7'5" Yao Ming, 7'6" Sean Bradley, 2 most accurate shooters in the league. How's the weather up there, guys? 2 tallest players. Everything's bigger in Texas, including another Texas big man.
Howdy, folks. This is Big Tex.
See, Dan, Big Tex was center stage last month at the Texas State Fair. Less than 3 minutes into it, Sean Bradley going for a rebound, second personal foul. Then he picked up a tech for throwing the ball. He left the game early foul trouble. 3:28 left. Can our brother get some Yao Ming? Still first, Steve Nash blocked by Yao, and watch the big man run the court. Mobley misses. Yao Ming, have some. 4 offensive rebounds, Rockets down 5. Late first, Eddie Griffin throws it up, and Yao Ming tips it in. He had 9 points in the first quarter. Remember, he had 2 points in his first game. Second quarter, Adrian Griffin right by Yao, and yokes it right in Yao's grill. Ooh. Mavs shot 49%, still second. Houston down 8. Lucci Norris misses. Yao Ming had his back. Yeah. 16 rebounds for the big fella. Rockets down 6. More Yao Ming. Bradley's in his face. Ming doesn't care. That 68% is not just dunks.
Don't they have the same haircuts?
They are the same man. Yao strong and Bradley. Yao at 21 in the first half. Mavericks needed a second half adjustment, please.
I think we just got to keep a body on him. When he gets a free run down the lane, it's impossible to stop a guy at 7'5", so we got to do a better job of keeping him out of the paint.
Third quarter, Yao just punches one on Sean. Oh! 10 of 12 shooting, 30 points. Steve, Yao! Oh! Steve Francis. Francis had 22 points, but here come the Mavs. Third quarter, Dirk Nowitzki money for three. 11 of 21, 24 points. Fourth quarter, Nash challenges Yao, and 6 foot right over 7'5". Canada right over China. Mavs right over the Rockets. Nash had 15 points, 8 dimes, and Dallas wins 103-90. Despite Yao Ming being the first rookie since Elton Brand to get 30 points and at least 15 boards in a game, Don Nelson has his personal long winning streak as coach. Mavs, 6th team to win 12 straight to start a season. Of the 5 previous, 4 made the NBA Finals. Their next 3 games, they host Seattle Saturday, then on the road against Motown, that's Detroit on Wednesday, and Indiana on Thursday. After the game, Findog talked about a 12-0.
Y'all played mean, big, and inside, but we found a way to control them a little bit in the second half, and by doing that, we opened up our lead and got the win.
How long can this streak continue?
Well, we're taking it one game at a time. We want to keep winning and keep winning, so I'm not going to jinx us.